Horrors, it's me, Ari Lee, the first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. You're watching Horror Junkies 509. And remember, Jason never dies.
Hey guys, and welcome to Horror Junkies 509. It's a new channel I'm starting to fulfill my horror and slasher film side of my life. Kind of for the first video, I plan on just kind of going through all my slasher movies that I have. It's definitely my favorite subgenre.
Aw, wasn't that adorable? Yo, what's going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Calm 13th, coming at you again today, you guys, and I hope you're all out there having one hell of a killer day, because I know I am. Honestly, we got to talk about this, you guys. It is September 18th, 2025. That puts us at exactly the 10 years of Horror Junkies 509. On this day, 10 years ago, I uploaded my very first video, and that was the intro that you just saw. That was little me 10 years ago starting this channel, and 10 years later, here we are. Quite a bit has changed. We've done a lot of different types of videos. Some videos have done well, some videos have not. So, I've tried a bunch of different things. I honestly feel like my mask reviews have definitely put this channel on the map. And so that's definitely why I continue to do those all this years later. But you guys, happy anniversary of Horror Junkies 509. 10 years of all this craziness, all this stuff that has been built because this channel, all the people I've gotten an opportunity to talk to and enjoy having conversations with, and continuing to grow this channel year after year, and, finding another reason to come and do this again and continue on and pushing forward, even though, I'm in school, work's crazy, life's crazy. This channel has survived because of you guys. I, have thought about it many times to kind of, hang it up, but I'll get that comment that is just so appreciative of these videos that I do, whether it's a mask review, a figure review, if I'm talking about physical media, am I talking about just some random prop or item from any horror store or anything like that. It means something to you guys, and so that's what keeps me coming back. That's what keeps me doing this, and you guys, so 10 years of this, you guys, go back and look at my very first video. I've come a long way, and it's super exciting. I'm definitely happy to see that I've grown a little bit. Am I still perfect? Absolutely not, but I'm trying to be a normal person. I'm a humble guy that works for a living at a job. I'm someone who's, goes to school. I got a family outside of this, me and my wife, and now, I got my family, my nieces and nephews, my brothers and sisters, my mom and dad, my wife, my friends, everything, you guys, all this going on, and I keep coming back and doing videos for you guys because I love it. This is what I do when the day's been crap and I just want to get away from it all. I come down to my basement now. When I first started this, I was up in the upstairs room just doing stuff, Had no idea that, 10 years later that this would still be happening. I started this channel because at that time, I was a graveyard employee and I was bored because when I'm awake, everybody's asleep. So I started this just to, pass the time. And it ended up being something I never imagined it would be. And I'm so happy to see where it is at today. No, is it the biggest channel in the world? Absolutely not. But it's what I need. And I'm hoping it's something that you guys need and cherish every single time I post a video that you like. You don't have to like every single one of my videos. But, if there's something that you like, make sure that you're letting me know it so I can make sure to continue doing those. But 10 years, guys. Horror Junkies 509. So I really had to sport the shirt, sport the hat. Remember, I do have a TeePublic store. The link is always in the description. I got a lot new more logos and stuff like that. You guys can get hats, t-shirts, sweaters, pillowcases. You can get coffee cups, stickers, magnets. I think they do pins. They do a bunch of different stuff. So if there's something that you want to do to represent and show you're representing Horror Junkies 509, TeePublic is where you do it. For those of you that have bought already, thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys always. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you guys. We're going to be doing something kind of fun in this video, you guys. I want to talk a little bit about the channel, where we've been, where we came from, and then we're going to, I'm also going to talk about my 10 favorite masks in my collection, you guys. Because like I said, my mask reviews, I believe, put this channel on the map 100%. And so I wanted to do something with my masks again because you guys like the masks. I love the masks. And so let's do my 10 favorite masks in my collection. And so we're going to get to that. But first, I want to talk about 10 years of Horror Junkies 509. And so in that time, I'll try and make this brief so it's not, sitting here and you guys just listen to me talk. But in that time, I've done 436 videos. Of course, I wish I could always do more. I always want to do as many as possible. And, just with different things, work, life, it just sometimes doesn't happen. I've also put out 32 shorts. And so I'm really trying to up my short game as much as humanly possible. And, I think I'm getting better. And, it's a little more fun. So as of this recording, total subscribers is 5,538. So you guys, I want to thank each and every single one of you, whether you guys are a subscriber and you're watching this video, subscribe, come back and check me out, let me know what kind of videos you want to see. I'm more than happy to really do videos that you guys are looking for. I make videos that I always wanted to look for when I was watching YouTube. I always watch mask reviews because I wanted to know if I wanted that mask, but they wouldn't tell me anything. So that's another reason why I made this channel, because nobody tells you anything in these mask reviews. And so I always try to do that. I talk about size, I talk about fit, and then I talk about, the details and stuff like that. But, size and fit is kind of a big deal. We need to know if this mask is going to fit us. So that's why I talk about it, because I never heard about it. All right, you guys. And so out of those 436 videos, I've done 86 mask reviews. My very first mask review I did about 7 years ago, and that was the Trick or Treat Studios, the Leslie Vernon Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon mask. So this is kind of a hard injection mold mask, but this was the very first mass production mask I ever reviewed, and I absolutely love this movie. Rise of the Leslie Vernon, definitely an amazing mask. No, this is not part of my top 10, but this is still a great movie, still a great mask, and I absolutely just love this thing, and it's been up in my collection for so long, and still representing. And also, it's kind of funny because I started reviewing masks about 7 years ago, but it's also been 7 years since I've been wearing this chain in my videos. Yes, have I forgotten it time to time? Absolutely. But it's been there, through a lot of stuff, and it's been in some of my skits. Like if you guys remember my Freddy versus Jason versus Ash skit that I did. If you guys have not seen that, definitely go back and check it out. Even if you skip the review, check out my Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. It's a skit I did where I play Freddy, Jason, and Ash all in one thing, and it's kind of it was a great time. Let's just say that. So another cool thing about the masks I reviewed, it's like, yes, I've reviewed so many Trick or Treat Studios, but that's because that's what's out and about. So I've reviewed Trick or Treat Studios masks. I've reviewed various, and I mean various, hockey mask makers. Like, we're talking about Crash Creations, Darb Designs. I've done Higgins Haven. I've done Studio 13. I've done so many different ones, and I'm not even naming half, probably. Other than that, I've done a Ghoulish Productions mask. I think I've done one or two, maybe. Of course, I've done my WFX mask, which I will be talking about relatively shortly here. I've also bought some masks from Spirit that I reviewed, and then also Fun World. Of course, you can't forget good old Fun World, you guys. They're the pretty much owners of Ghostface, you guys. And so that's just some little fun little nitpicks, little things I want to talk about the channel, you guys. And so let's get into my top 10 masks in my collection. These are not ranked by my number one being my absolute favorite mask. These are all just my top favorite masks. And I'm doing one mask for each year this channel's been rocking and rolling. So let's get to it. All right, you guys. So the first mask I went ahead and grabbed as one of my top 10 favorite horror masks or masks in my collection is going to be the Jacob Atkins mask from the Candy Corn film. Honestly, I absolutely love this movie, and then I even loved the mask more when I got it. There are two versions of this mask done by Trick or Treat Studios. There's one that's a little bit not as well done, and then there's this one. I absolutely love this mask because it honestly looks like a rotted pumpkin version of a Michael Myers mask to me, and I loved the blood gleaming on it, and I love that really dark, dingy orange on it. Honestly, this is an eyesore right here, and I totally understand that, but I mean, how much I love this mask, this just gets taken away. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I think I love the hair. It just, That's just the way it's laid. I absolutely really love it. Is it, a perfect mask in any way, shape, or form? No, but I'll say I've loved this mask since the day I saw it. I love the sculpting. I love the paint up of it. And overall, I just love the character. I love the look of it. Last year at my trunk or treat for work, I wore this mask while I was handing out candy to the community out where I work. And this was actually a really great one to wear because it's one of those cool things that nobody really knows about this movie. I mean, obviously the horror community knows about it, but the normal people every day don't really know it. But honestly, I absolutely love this mask. And if you guys haven't checked out Candy Corn, or if you guys like this mask, I definitely recommend you picking it up. This is a Trick or Treat Studios mask, and I have reviewed it. Let's go ahead and try this bad boy on. I might not try every single one of them on, but you know what? At HorrorJunkies509, we try on the masks. I know a lot of other YouTubers get upset because people are always like, why don't you try on the mask in the videos? And it's like, because I'm reviewing it. Put the fucking mask on if you people want to see it. Literally, let's go. Yeah, baby. It still fits just as great. It likes to mess with my eyes a little bit, but it's still comfortable. I do have some movement in here, and like always, I hope you guys can even hear me in this thing. But I feel like it's really nicely, tightly fitted. If you're gonna have a bigger head than me, I don't recommend it. But if you got about a what is it, a little over a 32-inch head, then you're gonna be good to go. Jacob Atkins, Candy Corn. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to be talking while in the mask because it kills the character, but I think I did that in the review. Like, I didn't actually talk in it. I stayed in character. Maybe. I don't know. But number 10 for me, not my 10th favorite. Just, it's in my top 10. Jacob Atkins from Candy Corn. Can't get enough of it. All right, you guys. For the next mask in my top 10 mask in my entire collection, has got to go to another company. It's going to go to the 25th anniversary of Scream, the Ghostface anniversary mask from Fun World. I absolutely love this mask. Yeah, we've had 1,000 million Ghostface masks come out over the years, but this one really just stepped it up. It gave us its own hood with the actual glittery cloak on it, you guys, and I absolutely love that detail. It really just brings up, it's hard to display a Ghostface mask by itself, but this one really was able to give us the opportunity to really have a good Ghostface mask on display and just look good by itself. It didn't need anything extra with it. I really appreciate this mask. I really think it got the ghostly ghost look of the face, and then everything just looks absolutely phenomenal on it. I always wish that, someone could get their hands on the license for Fun World because, I feel like they just did nothing with that license. They just kept releasing the same masks over and over and over again. But after this, you guys, I really think, they do have the right idea for this mask. I mean, I have the anniversary cloak as well. But this mask really was something else. The minute I saw it, I knew I had to have it, and I knew I was absolutely going to love it. I love Ghostface, absolutely the killer. I think the mold of it is so great, and just this whole hood by itself. Yeah, it's a little weird when you're wearing the cloak as well because you got like a double hood look, but try it on. It actually looks really kind of cool. I really enjoy it. It gives it a little bit more of a layer, a little bit more of a thicker look. But this being a standalone Ghostface mask that I can display and just look awesome in my collection, I thoroughly appreciate it, and that's why it's definitely in my top 10 masks of my my whole collection. And Ghostface is such a great character. Let's go ahead and throw this bad boy on too, because HorrorJunkies509 for 10 years, actually 7 years, we try on the masks. And it's got the smell of vanilla in here, which is just so great. Yeah, so like, you can actually enjoy wearing just a Ghostface mask by itself without the cloak, and it still kind of looks good, especially if you're just going to do kind of like the I guess the profile look, but just a good time, good old Ghostface mask, and I think they absolutely killed it with this. I absolutely love it. And what's your favorite scary movie? Of course, I had to do something silly because that's what HorrorJunkies509 does. We try on masks and we do silly stuff. All right, but number 9, you guys, Ghostface, the anniversary edition. Absolutely love it. The 25th anniversary edition, because probably someday down the road we're going to have another anniversary for it. Can't wait. All right, fellow junkies, for the next spot in my top 10 masks in my horror collection is going to be my A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, the original mask, you guys. This one, honestly, is still my favorite Freddy Krueger mask that has been released as far as the mass-produced mask. Of course, if you're going to get a silicone mask, it's going to be a lot better. But, for a good old mass-produced latex mask, this is absolutely a knockout. I absolutely love this mask. I still remember the day I picked it up at Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas in person, and yeah, I was wearing this thing all over Las Vegas in our hotel room, and just I think I even fell asleep in it at one point. But absolutely love the mask. I love the sculpt. I love the paint up. I love all the the dinginess they got through the paint up and the charred ear here, you guys, and all the great pizza design that you can definitely see on his cheeks. It just looks amazing. These masks really fit really well, except for the Part 2 one. The Part 2 one doesn't fit really great. But, I do have all three that they've released so far as 4 actual movies. I'm hoping to see some more. I know we have an elusive concepts one coming soon. Don't think I'll pick that one up because it's not their own mold or anything like that. But, these Freddy Krueger masks are amazing. And if you need to only get one, I highly recommend numero uno. A Nightmare on Elm Street. They got the great look. You can definitely see, the likeness of Robert Englund in these masks, and I just think you can't go wrong if you can get that sort of detail in a latex mask. And I can't wait to put this one on. I always love putting on my Freddy mask. So I don't have a glove with me. It's up there, but I don't have time to get it. Time is money. No, not really, but... All right, you guys, here we go. A chubby Freddy Krueger. As you guys know, at HorrorJunkies509, we take skinny characters and we make them a little chubby around here. It is what it is, So if you never saw a chubby Krueger before, here he comes. Hope you're ready. Oh, yeah. Still so sexy. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. And this thing just fits so good. It's still got some room in here. So if you have a slightly bigger head, I have slightly over a 23-inch head, you could try still fitting this just as good as I do. But, get a little weary if you go any bigger. But I love the fit. It's so perfect. I remember why I fell asleep in this, because it was comfortable. Welcome to my world, bitch. I'm sorry. Ooh, I better take this off before I do any more of that. Yes. Love the pull. I love the bib on this thing. It goes under my shirt so perfectly. And honestly, if you have a Nightmare on Elm Street sweater, it's probably going to go under there just as well, even though sometimes the neck's a little bit too long. But it is what it is. But honestly, Number 8 in my top 10 favorite masks in my collection definitely goes to this Freddy Krueger mask from the original. Made by Trick or Treat Studios, if I didn't say that already, you guys. Love it. And let's see if I ever get a Freddy mask to top it as far as latex. I've assumed if I ever get the silicone mask that I want, it'll probably be better, but can't get enough of this one. Right on. All right, you guys, and for this next mask, this really takes me back to a better time in my town where we had a party city, and so every year I'd go there and be able to pick up the next big thing of the Trick or Treat Studios masks right in my hometown. That is long gone now, but I mean, still, I still push on and I keep getting the new masks, but this one just takes me back to a better time. I still remember this mask when I reviewed it, and this was the largest and most viewed mask review for the longest time. Like, this was the number one viewed solo mask review for the longest time until Halloween 2018 took it over quite a few years ago at this point. But, this is still a great mask. I mean, it's just, people are going to watch what they want to watch. And that is the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface killing mask. And so this is absolutely still one of my absolute favorite masks. This has never gone down in my liking. I think it's absolutely a great mask. This is the original release. This is not the vinyl, and this is not of the new paint-ups or anything like that. I still have my lips and stuff like that. I have not modified it in any way. I am getting a little bit of some bald spots in my hair, but that that just kind of comes with age. And I've used this mask. I've been Leatherface quite a few times for Halloween, you guys. But honestly, when this first came out, this was a turning point for Trick or Treat Studios, you guys. They really started getting into these really intense details, like these stitching and like actually having real eyebrows on this thing, and then like, you know, having this little kind of plastic wire in here. And like, honestly, I just figured this was like going from Michael Myers to like almost 10 steps up, because Michael Myers masks are a little bit simpler because it's just a face with hair. Obviously, they could do better with hair. And I also thought this is when the hair was going to start turning around, because I still like this hair. I think it's good hair. Honestly, I feel like everyone still hates it, but it's fine. I think this is great hair, and I think it was going to be a really big turning point. Have they turned around quite a bit in certain areas, but I still feel like they have some of that old Trick or Treat Studios in them, where they still give us that cotton candy terrible hair from like Halloween H2O mask or Resurrection or whatever. But this honestly is still one of my top favorite masks. It's a great Leatherface mask, and it's a great just overall mask, period. And so let's go ahead and try this on because it's got some great details, and I just love it. And now we got the chainsaw to go with it. I won't bust that out just for this video, but if you need to see that review, I've done it. I got it for you if you need it. All right. Leatherface is chubby. We're good here. And I just love running the hair and waving it all over the place when I'm Leatherface, because that's what he does. And that's probably why I have bald spots. But just it fits really great. I do have the drawstrings here, but whenever I do videos, I take them out so I can put it on really quick, because I'm not going to jaw it all up and do all that stuff. But still love this mask. I still love the hair. And I even think the repaints are still not as good as this. Everyone has their own opinion, but this is my choice. I love this one. I still might get the vinyl one. I don't know, but this is it for me. Leatherface, 1974, Killing Mask. Fits great. Honestly, like there's a little bit of room still left in here, but I wouldn't go too much bigger. Yeah, honestly, if you guys ever wear this thing for Halloween, I recommend taking the drawstrings out because you can take it off and on really quick. The drawstrings are a great detail, but I don't think they're completely necessary or crucial. Still got them. I think they've broken a couple times, but they're still long enough to do the job. So 1974 Leatherface. It's definitely in my top 10. Love this mask. All right, fellow junkies, so on to the next mask, you guys. And so we're still in the Trick or Treat Studios realm, but honestly, this is another character. And this has actually been one of my favorite masks for this character for a very long time. We've had quite a few different masks of this character come out, and this one still is so near and dear to my heart. And so that is the Halloween, the Boogeyman mask. To me, this is still, honestly, my favorite H1 mask that has been released by Trick or Treat Studios. It's so white that it's making the light and my camera go a little wonky. But this has been my favorite Michael Myers mask as far as my H1 for a very long time. I just love the look of it. I really feel like we have like the Shatner look without it being the Shatner mask and modified to be. Honestly, I dig the hair on this. Obviously, I could style it a little bit better if I could. But honestly, I'm not really much of a stylist. I have the cheekbones a little bit faded in here. We have all the glue marks that are supposed to be here. The glue marks for the sideburns are not quite here, but this mask just does it for me. It's got a little bit of the skin tone. We do have the mark where the needle went into the neck. But honestly, the overall look of this, it always just gives me that feeling of the original Halloween mask, and I absolutely love this thing. Absolutely. It's just, I'm losing my mind over it. It's been my favorite for so long, and we've had so many different Halloween masks come out. Like now I take it off the paper towel rolls. I feel like it just gives that look even better. Like just look at it. And I love the little eyeshadow it gives right here, the little black lining in there. I feel like it just adds to that look so much more and just makes the eyes look even darker. And seriously, just stop me when I lie, folks. I absolutely love it. This is a tighter mask, but I remember it fitting me really well. But is there about to be a chubby cheek Michael Myers running through this room? Absolutely. And if that's what you don't expect from Horror Junkies 509 by now, it's been 10 years, folks. Let's get used to it. All right, let's bust this thing on and let's take ourselves back to that original night when he came home. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Fits even better than I remember. So it's pretty tight, but I mean, I got movement in here, you guys. So it's not going to be for a big, huge head, But, you know, it still works really good. But here we go. Love it. And especially with how many masks, Halloween masks, Michael Myers masks that Trick or Treat Studios has done, everybody's going to have their own opinion on which one's their favorite, you guys, and you're allowed to have it. But honestly, the Boogeyman mask has always done it the best for me, and I just love it. Yeah, is it missing some of the details, but boy, does it have a lot where it counts. That's all I got to say. Halloween, Trick or Treat Studios, the Boogeyman mask. It's a winner. All right, junkies, so we got a small change-up for my number 5 spot. This was not Trick or Treat Studios, and it's not a full-on head latex mask or anything like that, but nevertheless, I feel like it's a showstopper, and that is my Friday 13th Part 3 Jason mask from Crash Creations, you guys. This is a newer mask in my collection, but honestly, you're really getting in on those details. I absolutely love the color of it. I love all the scrapes and everything that's on this thing. He even got the detail of the broken chevron on the forehead. This is technically the Shelly mask because this is before too much damage really happened, or like, you know, the first few seconds that maybe Jason had it, because he's real quick to mess these things up really fast. But I absolutely love this mask. It stands out in my collection of my hockey masks, and I feel like all my Crash masks do. But, you know, so far I've got this one, I got a Part 8, and I got a Part 7. And this one is just one of the showstoppers for me. I love the shape of it. He absolutely just nailed it. We got all the, you know, the buttons and snaps that he even weathered a little bit. And we have, like, you know, the correct straps on it. And it's all the amazing detail that Crash is known for is all in this mask. All the love and care he gives, even though he's made thousands of these masks. And I just love this Part 3. And I can't wait to get that Hillbilly mask from Trick or Treat Studios, because it's basically the under mask for Friday 13th Part 3, and these two are going to go amazing together. But you guys knew I had to have a hockey mask on this list. No matter what I do or say, Jason's my boy, and you know, he's always going to have representation wherever I can have it. And so let's get this rolling. Oh yeah, that is a beauty to behold. Like, that's a Part 3 right there. And, like, I know my light's probably taking away some of the color and the detail in it, but you look at that, and it's just good. Just love it. Love Jason. He's my favorite. If you guys are new to HorrorJunkies509, Jason is my favorite slasher. Friday 13th is my favorite franchise, and I watch it more than anything. Anything. And if you guys have not checked out Crash Creations yet, and you're wanting a hockey mask, he pretty much makes every single mask you could think of. And he also does do, if you contact him, he will go into a business and make you a mask that you're wanting that maybe he's not selling. So highly recommend it all the way around. I recommend all the masks that I've shown here today. I recommend Trick or Treat Studios. I recommend Fun World. I recommend Crash Creations. And there's a new one coming up too. So definitely Crash Creations, my Friday 13th Part 3, Shelly Part 3 mask, whatever you want to call it. Definitely worth to be on this list. All right, fellow junkies, so the next mask on the list is actually, it's a newer mask, even though it's of an older mask that was also one of my favorites. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but honestly, this mask was released, and it was my favorite, and then they re-released it with a new paint job, and now this one's even more my favorite, you guys. So let's just go ahead and get right into this. Did you think we were done with Texas? I didn't think you thought that. So this is going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, the remake mask. And you guys, I absolutely love this mask. This is the new version of it with the new paint up, the new hair, some more. I don't think he added any details or anything like that. But even the original one, you know, the skin tone with the really staticky hair, that one was my favorite when it was here. And then they released this one, and it's still one of my absolute favorite masks. Like, just getting in all this detail that they brought into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre line, and it has, you know, no teeth in here, so this is even better. It's a legit leather face. This is not just a mask. This is a leather face. You are Leatherface when you wear this, you guys. And so they even added, you know, more to the hair. The stitches still go down the back like it did originally, but I really love this new paint up. because honestly, the mask really wasn't really skin tone in the movie. You know, it really had that darker hue to it, or darker tinge to it, because it's rotting flesh. But honestly, I think every time you look at the mask in the movie, it looks slightly different in different ways. And so honestly, like even the original mask of this was my absolute favorite. And then they released this thing, and it was just, I had to have this one even more. And honestly, I've done some of the other upgrades, and I was not nearly as satisfied as I was with this one. And so this is definitely in my top 10 and will be forever. Even if I still had the original one, it still would be in this top 10 100% of the time. Just love this mask. I love this movie. And yeah, let's put her on and let's get Hewitt. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. It's been a while on this one for me. Catches my ears still. That's good. I feel like this one's even tighter than the original. Oh, but you get it in. That's inappropriate. But I get my head in, and here we are. Leatherface, freaking Thomas Hewitt, or whatever from the movie. And I got my comb over, so if I want to go through my emo phase, I can. You guys, literally, the hair is a little bit much, but I just love it because, you know, even from the original one, I just love going wild when I'm Leatherface. And the hair just, it just gives it that extra, this is a madman, he's running at you with a chainsaw, you better start running. But just look at that. That's the kind of stuff that brings Horror Junkies 509 joy for the last 10 years of this channel, is just these amazing masks, you guys. Love it. Gotta be careful. Never want to rip these guys, you know. I ripped the original one a little bit, but it's still workable, still usable. But you know, it just happens, you know. But you know, it feels a little bit smaller when I'm putting it on. But once I'm in there, a lot of room. So still definitely worth the mask. Will you stop? You're not going to the Black Parade, for Pete's sake. Love this mask, you guys. Always. All right, fellow junkies, this next one is the big one. This is the most expensive mask in my collection to date. Hopefully that won't stay like that forever, but it is something I cherish all day, every day. I love it. Like I said, this would be probably in the number one spot if I was ranking these, but these are just my top 10 favorite masks in my collection. This one hailing from WFX. I got this on Etsy quite a few years ago, and that is my silicone mask of the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. It did not come with the hat, so don't think it did. I do have it on a base here, so that's why it's kind of so filled out right now. But honestly, if you guys have ever had a silicone mask, you guys kind of know what you're dealing with. It is just really like having an extra piece of skin. But this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Let me go ahead and take off the hat. We got, you know, the little bat wings that he opens up in part 2. This thing is literally the best mask I got, honestly, in my opinion. I absolutely love this mask. It's been through some things with me because I have worn it in videos. I've worn it for, you know, haunts. I've worn it for you know, just doing my videos and just doing my regular thing. But honestly, this thing is so absolutely amazing. I love it. Is there better ones out there? Absolutely. But, you know, this has not done me wrong ever. I absolutely just can't get enough of this mask. The bib is so great. I love the costume I put together for this thing. If you guys have missed this in any way, shape, or form, I just reused this in my video reviewing the Jeepers Creepers axe. So I highly recommend it if you guys have not checked this out. I'm sorry, I will not be putting this on in the video because it does take some time, and baby powder is everywhere. Because if you guys know how to take care of a silicone mask, they always recommend putting baby powder in them before you put them back on display. And also make sure that, you know, clean it out, make sure there's no sweat in there. You want to keep these nice and clean. These are very expensive if you get a good one. And so yeah, it's I'm hoping to get another one at some point of another character. I think I mentioned earlier. But definitely this was the only way for me to get the Jeepers Creepers I wanted to be when I was him for Halloween. And so this is from WFX on Etsy, you guys. I have seen him recently, so I know he's still doing it. But I absolutely love this mask. And honestly, check out some footage of me having it on and stuff like that. I have quite a few videos But this thing is amazing. And remember, it's a silicone mask, so it's not a latex mask. I'm going to go ahead and put his hat back on because I can't get enough of it. I think it's so great. Like when you have everything on, when I have my costume, the hat, now his axe, this thing is just, it's a winner no matter what planet you're on. Like, I absolutely love it. And yeah, I think I'll be the creeper again this year for the trunk or treat. I've been told many times that it might be a little bit too scary for the kids, but I think I might do it. What do you guys think? Should I? Yes, I think I should. All right, fellow junkies, so we're on to the last two, but I still got a couple absolute knockout masks for you here for the HorrorJunkies509 top 10 masks in his collection for the 10-year anniversary of HorrorJunkies509. So next up is from Trick or Treat Studios, and this is when they started turning a corner that I don't ever want them to come back from. I want them to stay in this realm as long as humanly possible. And you guys, we're going into the Universal Monsters collection, and we are going to bring out the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Gilman. Like, really? Really? I still cannot believe that this is a Trick or Treat Studios mask, and they mass-produced this thing this good. Like, get in on all this sculpted detail. The paint is absolutely fire. This is the Gilman living in your house. From the creature from the Black Lagoon, the original Universal Monsters. Oh my gosh. I'll never forget when I opened this. Angelina bought this mask for me, and it's been one of my top masks since then. How can this thing is breathtaking. Like, it's so well done. It is an absolute stunner in anyone's collection. Even if you're not a creature from the Black Lagoon, you have to be able to appreciate everything that this mask shows that Trick or Treat Studios has the ability to do. Like, my word, they knocked this thing out of the park, and that ball is still flying. It hasn't touched the ground yet. Let's put this thing on. This is not really great for wearing, but for displaying, let's get it. Because as you can see, those are the eye holes. That's pretty much it. And this thing's quite big, so you need to be kind of large to be able to fit this thing. And as you can see, this thing even got its own special stand because it's so big. Yeah, so it had to get all the special treatment that normal other masks don't get. So let's see if I can still do this, because you got to Velcro up the back, and I usually need a spotter, and Angelina's not home right now, so it is what it is. I'll have to just troop her on. Oh, yeah. It's plenty big in here. All right. So I can barely see, but I can see you guys. So that's good, right? All right, you guys. Just check this thing out. Like I said, I don't think you guys should go walking around in this thing. But this is a perfect display piece. And if you want to wear it around your house with someone that can walk you around, I think it's good. That is awesome. Love that. So I want to know, what is it going to be and what's it going to look like when Trick or Treat Studios is able to top this mask? I have faith in them. They're going to be able to, do another grand slam like this with a different character or something like that. I don't know what it might be, but I'm excited to see it. Like, if they're able to do this kind of stuff on a mass-produced mask, there's no stopping them. So, Creature from the Black Lagoon absolutely had to be on this list. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right, fellow junkies, here we are. The last mask of my top 10 masks in my collection for the 10-year anniversary of HorrorJunkies509. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you might be able to know which one this is. And if you can notice the gaping hole behind me, I guess on my mask wall, you probably know what it is too. But honestly, I have loved this mask as long as I can remember when I first got it. And I honestly, the more I look at it every day and see new details that they put in this mask, I can't help it. And that is this is the Universal Monsters, the original Frankenstein mask, you guys. I absolutely just love this thing more than I could ever explain. Honestly, I think when I first tried this bad boy on, and it just fit me perfectly, like my eyes fit in the eye sections, and like I just absolutely love the paint up, the whole face structure. You can see like kind of like the appliances they put on the actor and had it on there. Like this is just too good. This is Boris Karloff, and you can see it, and it is absolutely 100% so well done. I love the hair. I love the scarring. I love the blacks they have under the eyes, the lips, the scar on the chin, and then the bolts and everything, you guys. I love the staple they have in the head. I love the hair on this because, it's supposed to be like, dead hair, so it really kind of has to stay flat like that, and it's just so good. I just love this mask 100%. Is this my absolute favorite mask over all my collection? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But this is definitely worthy to be in the top 10. Love this mask, and I probably will forever. And, oh yeah, we're putting it on. Here we go. My last mask of my top 10. Here we go. Frankenstein, baby. Oh yeah. My eyes still line up perfectly with the eyes, so I can see out of this thing pretty good. And I'm home in it. I know I'm probably being ridiculous, but hey, I just love that. Oh yeah. It's a good one, and it's a winner. Every time. Like, it's tight to get it on, but honestly, once it's in, I feel so comfortable in it, and the eyes, they sink in, but I just feel like they go right perfectly with my eyes, and I just love it. Whether you wear it, whether you display it, you can't go wrong. This is a great mask. And just look at that face. I feel like sometimes it doesn't show you all the details that I see of it in person, but I definitely recommend you guys getting one and seeing this for yourself. It's absolutely insane. That's my top 10, guys. All right, fellow junkies, so that was it. That was my top 10 favorite masks of my collection, and I want to make it very clear, I love all my masks in my collection. That's why I display them. That's why when I'm having a bad day, this is where I come. I just sit here and just look at my masks. I look at my stuff, and it makes everything okay. But, I want to do something that was 10 for 10 years of Horror Junkies 509, and masks, since my mask reviews are what honestly put this channel on the map, it just felt right. And you guys let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite mask that I've ever reviewed? What was your favorite mask? What was your favorite video I've ever done? Anything, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if I stopped doing your favorite kind of video, because I will more than happily bring that back if you're willing to watch it. And so, you guys, that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509 signing out for the 10th anniversary of Horror Junkies 509. And I hope you guys will stick with me for another 10 years. Guys, I don't have a good reason to stop. And until I do, this channel is going to keep going, keep talking about horror, and keep loving spooky season and everything about horror and spooky season and all that stuff. This isn't going away. Spooky season is all year round here. Halloween is a lifestyle. It's not a season always. Whether I move somewhere, Horror Junkies 509 is coming with me. Whether I, get promoted to something different, and like me and Angelina, wherever we go, this is gonna come with us. And this is just what we do. I want to thank even the other other members that have been a part of Horror Junkies 509. My buddy Jeff, He was the first one in the Gory Details. My buddy Donnie, he also did a few episodes of the Gory Details, and then Angelina took over, and she's been doing the Gory Details with me, and helping me film, and just being in random videos here and there, and just overall supporting me, you guys. So I thank everybody who's been a part of it. I thank every single subscriber, every single person who watched me, whether you're a subscriber or not. I hope you guys will subscribe and stick with me and see what's coming next, because it's not over. I'm only signing out just until next time, until HorrorJunkies509 rides again. Have a killer day and stay bloody, my good friends.